This is an aromatherapy diffuser, and this one is special because it's bigger than a lot of other ones. This one can hold up to 300 milliliters of water, which is about the equivalent of a cup and a fourth of water. A lot of other of these aromatherapy humidifiers that you'll see are either 100 milliliter or 200 milliliter. So 300 milliliter is somewhat special, I would say. This also has an LED nightlight, and of course you can use it with essential oils if you want to, but you don't have to. So if you have essential oils, great. If you don't, that's okay too. The directions say only put a couple drops in, but I put more in because that's the kind of person I am. I just really like an intense scent. But, you know, in reality, I don't think there is any right or wrong way to do it. Just be sure that whatever liquid you put in does not go over that line, because otherwise it could be messy. And you could do damage to the machine if water gets, you know, in this mechanism down here. This particular unit has essentially three parts if you include the plug. So there's the plug, there's the main unit, and then there's the housing that goes over top. There is another piece in here that you can remove, but it kind of pops into place. So unless you physically remove it, it's not going to come out. So it's very easy to put together and not at all confusing. So let's plug it in and I'll show you how it works. It's really cool. Okay, so I have it plugged in, and right now you'll notice that there's two buttons. There's a light and a mist. You can use the light all by itself if you want to, and you see it's a color change light. Or you can use the mist all by itself, or you can use them both together, if that makes sense. And if you want to, if you hit the button once, it will cycle through the colors. If you hit it again, you can pick your individual color and brightness setting. So see, here is bright blue, here is dim blue, bright purple, dim purple, bright, I guess that's also kind of purple magenta, and then a dimmer version. And so it goes until it cycles through to off again. So I hope that makes sense. So to operate it, the first thing you do, and it comes with a little water container. This is not a cup and a fourth, by the way. So if you want to fill it all the way, you're going to have to fill that reservoir multiple times. So one of these fills that almost up there, but that's okay. You don't have to fill it all the way if you don't want to. So the next thing you do is you put the lid on, and there is actually a right way to put the lid on so that the whole unit can be lifted. So here is the outlet, and that's where the steam or the mist is going to come out. I shouldn't say steam, it's cool mist, so it's safe for around pets and children. It's not going to burn anybody. So you hit the button once, the mist button once, until the light comes on. And this it will go for an hour, and then it will stop. Can you see that mist? It is really coming out strong. Hitting the button again turns it off. Hitting the button again turns it back on, and now we're at the 2-hour mark. And then turning it off. And then turning back on again. We are at the 4-hour mark. It'll go 4 hours and then shut off. This thing running continuously like this, when it's all the way over here, it could probably go easily 6 hours. It just depends on the conditions that you have. Just a very, very nice humidifier. A couple things to note. Distilled water is the best to use. If you have distilled water, great. If you don't, you can use tap water. That's fine. Over time, buildup could happen, like calcium buildup. But I'm thinking because you have to clean it fairly regularly, that maybe that won't happen. So tap water, you know, might just be a fine choice. That's, to be honest, that's what I use. And I haven't had a problem. Let's see what else. As I mentioned, it's cool mist, so it's safe for pets and children. And it has an automatic shut-off feature when the reservoir runs dry, so you won't you won't hurt anything. Although I tend to like to have it turn off before that point. But, you know, sometimes things happen. Be sure to change it in between changing scents because you don't want cross-contamination. And this one being a larger unit, you can put it in a larger room. I usually like to have these in smaller rooms like a bedroom or a bathroom or an office, but this one says it'll cover up to 215 square feet, and I believe it. I think it'll even cover a little bit more than that, just because the output is so tremendous on this one. It really is quite large. So yeah, there it is. This is a good one. I'm a fan of this particular model.